I losing it? Yes. Have I lost it already? Long time ago. Okay? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's February 7th. My name's Reagan, the Doom Wizard, Purple Guy, Blue Man, whatever works. And I'm a little fuzzy today. You can see the circles around my eyes. Had some broken sleep last night, but one night isn't so bad. It's when I continuously lose sleep that I encounter a sleep deficit, and that is a very uncomfortable time for me, especially. All of my neuroses and just everything is uncomfortable. So that's maybe what, other channels are feeling sometimes. You gotta give us a break, alright, right? I mean, I post every day, that's enough. What am I doing by this point? I'm not trying to be a celebrity, okay? Thanks, but I'm reporting. I am being a journalist, and I'm documenting things as they happen. Staying an informed, educated citizen, which we are not. I am also childless, and many of my subscribers know that. That's not new, but to my surprise, I have many of my subscribers with children who are actively raising children still contribute to this channel in some monetary form, which is just incredible. Just really makes me feel special. And these comments, lots of humor, enables me to just relax. Generally, what is it? Bruce just said 87% of people are pretty much CFMs, and everything is catered to them, like the Super Bowl, which costs $10,000 for a ticket. Meanwhile, most Americans are struggling. In fact, I found a video this morning of this woman who receives a $1,000 Social Security retirement check, but she says as Boomer complains that it still isn't enough with rising costs of food. And now that's with getting free money from the government. Okay, that's with getting money, and she's still struggling. And to back up a little bit, we've never taken care of the people, despite Tyson giving corporations being philanthropists. They're evil in themselves, giving out millions of pounds of, I forgot the exact number, meat last year. That is a small drop in the bucket compared to how much profit they're making and the damage to the environment in our future. Yeah, it goes without saying. We can spit all this garbage about how awful capitalism is. It is inherently flawed in any sense of the imagination, unless you're willfully ignorant or in denial, or among the other 87% who think, oh, let's just hope it doesn't. You're certain, you're 99% certain we're effed. Well, that's a percentage, that you have in your head. Oh yeah? Yeah. Not me. I'm not the one saying this. This is all the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. This is documented. Okay, I'll get the hand gestures out of your way, out of your face. All right, you don't like that? You don't like me touching your face? All right. Okay. Yeah, weather's kind of turning for the warmer, and like my other subscriber said, the best you can do when you're having to work in the world of society is just smile and go with the program, single file, get in line. And it's frustrating. It's truly intolerable going to government buildings. I'm sure it's this way in your country or wherever you're from. Any government mandated facilities, it's just people who are underpaid, stressed out, awful, deal with scumbags all day. It is literally a walking form of hell. Some days are better than others, but clearly if I just sink a little bit and let the feelings hit me, the whole system is walloping in like destruction. And it's amazing that these politicians get away with what they do, touting this BS and keeping everyone, in the dark. It's amazing what they get away with. It's the crime of the century, the crime of all time. So the real point of this video wasn't me to rant about myself. I'm just the dude. You guys know that. I'm the dude. The dude abides. And you know the men. On the way up here, I saw a guy with like 5 children right? All running into the Mexican restaurant with it. It's like, man, we'll talk about a different life. Okay. A different life. I have a whole bunch of tabs open. This wasn't just me ranting. But, the intros, I have to get out the way. I'll sleep better tonight. Best emergency food for every scenario. I think some of you could take an interest in this. They're pretty affordable. There's some for like 200, 180, that are good up to 15 years, it says here, and 25 years. That's something I'd probably get, like $200. Just something, to hold over for a day or two. I need a lot of calories, but better to have in your shelf. I do have a complete list of things we should buy, because this also from CNBC Make It, our favorite propaganda program from CNBC, to tell you that you're making it, despite you're not. So let's coerce you into that thought. Costs could rise even more in 2023, and thousands of CEOs blame climate change. Thousands of CEOs. Yes, the most evil son of a bitches on the planet even thinks that 2023 high prices to rise ever more over the course of the year, to see a moderate to a very large impact. More than 4,400 CEOs surveyed. It's not just climate change. Clearly, that's a big facet of it. But economists, environmental experts, where are they getting this shit? It will come a staggering cost from this environmental defense fund. It'll affect everything. Oh, catching up. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it's not as bad as it's going to get is like, here, let me give you an idea. Load a gun, put it to your head, pull the hammer back, and tell me you have hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the odds that we're dealing with right now. I'm just reporting. I'm just the messenger. I didn't make any of this shit up, okay? I didn't make any of this shit up. But Bill Gates certainly does. He thinks that he can carry on using private jets and campaigning on and drinking champagne on climate change. He says in his reasoning, this is called bargaining. This is what people do. When something doesn't match up with their world view, they bargain, right? Or their agenda, their motive, to win the argument, they'll start bargaining. Doesn't work. Doesn't work on me. I spend billions of dollars on climate innovation, Gates tells PBC. So, should I stay at home and not come to Kenya and learn about farming and malaria? No, you should stay the fuck home and maybe hang yourself. Gates also needs to speak about the role of developing nations. What rich countries own the entire world is that they need to get their emissions down to zero as fast as they can. Have I lost it? I don't get that whole reverse thing that I'm taking a lot of breaks here. Collapse Chronicles does is like, don't get into this, don't dare anybody understand this information. No, embrace it, turn towards it, face it, be a fucking warrior. Look at our future, face it like a man. Okay? I don't buy that whole reverse psychology, narcissistic thing going on, like, oh, don't do it because I did it. It's horrible. I'm just dogging on you, okay? You need to quit that shit. It's real, it's happening, we should face it. In fact, encourage people to face it. And you're not sounding like a crazy person anymore, because it's actually real this time. I know people have always done that in history. Oh, the world's ending. Don't listen. Oh, don't learn about the world's ending. I'll stop. 6 foods that climate change is going to ruin. Corn and coffee are already suffering. You guys can go through this article more yourself, but what's needed is radical transformation in food system, localizing them as much as possible and supporting diversification through agroecology and other progressive approaches. So, see a coffee, no more wheat, corn, no more Big Macs. Okay, that's what it amounts to. Even the Secretary General gets it. Hold on. Okay, even the Secretary General gets it. No more baby steps on climate change, he says. United Nations officials on Monday called, this year needs to be a game-changing climate change action. We must end the merciless and relentless and senseless war on our nature. It's putting our world at immediate risk of hurtling past the 1.5. Meanwhile, humanity is taking a sledgehammer to our world's richest diversity. Has Antonio Guterres been to America lately in the past 10, 20 years. Like, some of the shit that comes out of them, it's like, really? Do you not walk out in public and see how intertwined everything is? Like, how impossibly complicated it would be to deconstruct the system? We need disruption to end the destruction. No more baby steps. Okay, so do we need to start going, like, assassinating CEOs and blowing up banks? And, like what steps do we need to take? You know, because they clearly aren't doing it. None of them are doing it. Making any steps. People come on my channel, like, why is he such a doomer? I don't see any tangible action. There's no tangible action. Despite trillions being invested in green energy. Yeah, when's that going to be built? Is it going to be 100% flawless? Is it going to transport energy across the entire system? No, you guys know this. It's in perpetual motion. In truth, the doomsday clock is a global alarm clock. We need to wake up and get to work. Okay. Yeah, he says, and essentially he's saying your core product is our core problem in relation to businesses and corporate and CEOs. Yeah, no shit. But chocolate turtles taste so good, right? You guys seen this, the skiers that dressed up like climate change race suits. Meanwhile, they flew over there in like probably private jets. You could look at the pictures. It's like this. Yeah, you see it. It's like, I don't think people will get that. I think they see it and they're like, what is that? And then you got Los Angeles Times writing, nuclear threats, climate change, what will catastrophe lead to? Doomsday? And so they're going over the whole 90 seconds thing again and just saying, I always skip up to the end. Like, what's the synopsis here? But now we're confronting another man-made form of annihilation that will need a new kind of symbol. Yeah, no, symbols don't work anymore. It's this. It's Jesus. Get saved. There's a mysterious engine that's super powerful, intergalactic light. I don't know. You guys can look in this. You know, there's things jetting, flying around. And then this really ass-backwards article written from Forbes. Why I love oil. This woman needs to be... Like, no, she's not worth it. She's not worth saving. So she writes about this... She has like a love fascination with oil and like its whole history. She has a jar of it by her desk. Look at this fucking Karen. This boomer. Solitaire Townsend. What the fuck kind of name is Solitaire? For a woman. Look at this dumb hoe. She needs to be dropped. We the people. No one hates combustion engines. Machines of unthinkable waste more than I, but I love the oil that powers them and can't bear the horrific, destructive waste of it. Like, who the fuck, like, hires these people? This woman gets paid more than I do, okay, to write this shit. And now you read my love letter to that sickly back. Now, hope you do, too. I'm not even going to read this garbage. Okay? And then you got Wired talking about a looming El Nino could dry the Amazon. It's already encountering deforestation problems and burns. Now they're thinking, well, it's just going to dry up and carbon sink is kaput. And then, last but not least, so I don't overwhelm you guys, North Korea just jacked a ton of crypto this year. Record-breaking theft. I sold out of my stuff. I did not end up losing much like many YouTubers did. That was crazy. You had to be at that point. You had to be at that moment at like 1:30 p.m. on a Wednesday and sell your... Like, that's how quickly it was going up and down. And then every day I'm getting like, buy headphones, Cold War, tech layoffs. You don't have a recession when U.S. unemployment is 53-year low. Like, these fucking boomers who get away thinking that, like, everything is fine when people hate their jobs, dude. This is a yeah. What does complaining do? It's a vice. It's excessive. But the system is so horrifically broken and skewed right now, like, it's impossible not to see. Or you're just really a demented, delusional person. AKA most people. It's okay, Sky Fairy's gonna save us. Alright, guys. This is me vlogging. And I'm gonna start getting into workout routine again. And buy guns and ammo. The world's not ending tomorrow, but I consider like the next year or two prep years before things start boiling over. 90 seconds to midnight. I told you so. I told you so. My final warning. Welcome all new subscribers. Hit like and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.